Children, how are you? I hope you all are fine and healthy at your homes. Today we will start chapter number 6 from your book Moment, and your chapter name is Weathering the Storm in Arizona. So before starting this chapter, tell me about, have you ever had anyone in difficult situations? Have you ever had anyone in difficult situation? You help everyone, you want to help everyone who needs a help. What do you mean by calamity? Calamity means a very natural disaster dropped on the pupil. एक प्राकृतिक आपदा होती है. Calamity means कोई भी, means like a flood. तो इस टाइप की कोई भी कैलेमिटी हमारे साथ कोई भी हैपन हो सकती है. हाउ डू यू हेल्प अ नीडी पर्सन? वी हेल्प अ नीडी पर्सन बाय मनी, बाय फाइनेंशियली, बाय मेंटली एंड बाय फिजिकली अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा वीक है तो हम उसकी ट्रीटमेंट करके उसको डॉक्टर के पास ले जाके उसकी हेल्प कर सकते हैं. या फिर फाइनेंशियली वो बहुत वीक है, उसके पास खाने को भी नहीं है, तो उसके फूड प्रोवाइड करके हम उसकी हेल्प कर सकते हैं. या फिर कोई ऐसा पर्सन जिसके पास पहनने को क्लोथ्स भी नहीं है तो हम उसको क्लोथ्स वियर करने के लिए दे सकते हैं. तो फ्रॉम दिस वे we helped a needy person. So to more understand this topic in this chapter, this is a chapter about a boy, a story about a boy of the name of the boy is Prashant. Prashant is a very adventurous of a young man. This is a story, an account of the adventurous story of a young man named Prashant, who was marooned on a rooftop from 2 nights following a dreadful storm. एक storm आता है वहाँ उसके गांव में, तो वहाँ पर वो सारे फंस जाते हैं वहाँ पर. And the calamity was struck on 27 October 1999. So everyone tried to persuade Prashant to stay for a few more days as the situation had not fully settled. He sought the assistance of Red Cross to find out the whereabouts of his family. Slowly, he found each of them, and the orphans and the widows were taken care of by this young man. So this is a story. To more know about this story, let's read this chapter. This is chapter number 6, Weathering the Storm in Arizona. The cyclone that hits Orissa in October 1999 killed thousands of people and devastated hundreds of villages. For 2 dreadful nights, Prashant, a young man, was marooned on the roof of a house. On the 3rd day, he decided to go to his place. Did he find his family? On 27 October 1999, 7 years after his mother's death, Prashant had gone to block headquarters of Arizona, a small town in Coastal Orissa, some 18 kilometers from his village, to spend the day with a friend. In the evening, a dark and menacing storm quickly gathered. Winds beat against the houses with a speed and fury that Prashant had never witnessed before. Heavy and incessant rain filled the darkness. And so discuss in this paragraph about the devastations and storm in Arizona. So this is a calamity, nature's calamity. Ancient trees were uprooted and crushed to the earth. Screams rent the air as people and houses were swiftly washed away. The angry waters swirled into his friend's house neck deep. The building was of brick and mortar and was strong enough to survive the devastation of the wind's velocity of 350 km per hour. But the cold terror of the family grew with the crashing of trees that had got uprooted and fallen on their house, sometimes in the middle of the night, damaging its roof and walls. The case destruction wrought in this paragraph discuss about the condition of the blaze and where Prashant stayed, and the condition discussed in this paragraph where Prashant stayed 2 days on that house. He equipped himself with a long sturdy stick and then started on the 18-kilometer expedition back to his blaze through the swollen flood water. It was a journey he would never forget. He constantly had to use his stick to locate the road to determine where the water was much shallow. At places it was waist deep and progress was slow. At several points he lost the road and had to swim. After some distance he was relieved to find two friends of his uncle who were also returning to their village. They decided to move ahead together. As they waded through the waters, the scenes they witnessed grew more and more macabre. They had to push away many human bodies, men, women, children, and carcasses of dogs, goats, cattle that the current swept against them as they moved ahead. In every village that they passed, they could barely see a house standing. Prashant now wept out loud and long. He was sure that his family could not have survived this catastrophe. Eventually, Prashant reached his village, Kalikuda. His heart went cold. Where their home once stood, there were only remnants of its roof. Some of their belongings were caught, mangled, and twisted in the branches of trees just visible above the dark waters. Young Prashant decided to go to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family. Among the first people he saw in the crowd was his maternal grandmother. Weak with hunger, she rushed to him, her hands outstretched, her eyes brimming. It was a miracle. They had long given him up for dead. Quickly word spread and his extended family gathered around him and hugged him tight in relief. Prashant anxiously scanned the motley, battered group, his brother and sister, his uncles, aunts, and they all seemed to be there. Prashant and all the 19 years decided to step in as leader of his blaze if no one else did. He organized a group of youths and elders to jointly pressurize the merchant once again to part with his rice. This time the delegation succeeded and returned triumphantly and wading towards the receding waters with food for the entire shelter. No one cared that the rice was already rotting. Branches from fallen trees were gathered to light and reculted and slow fire on which to cook the rice. For the first time in 4 days, the survivors at the cyclone shelter were able to fill their bellies. His next task was to organize a team of youth volunteers to clean the shelter of filth, urine, vomit, and floating carcasses, and to tend to the wounds and fractures of the many who had been injured. On the 5th day, a military helicopter flew over the shelter and dropped some food parcels. It then did not return. The youth task force gathered empty utensils from the shelter. Then they deputed the children to lie in the sand left by the waters around the shelter, with these utensils on their stomachs to communicate to the passing helicopters that they were hungry. The message got through, and after that the helicopter made regular rounds of the shelter, air dropping food and other basic needs. Prashant found that a large number of children had been orphaned. He brought them together and put up a polythene sheet shelter for them. Women were mobilized to look after them, while the men secured food and materials for the shelter. As the week passed, Prashant was quick to recognize that the women and children were sinking deeper and deeper in their grief. He persuaded the women to start working in the Food for Work program started by an NGO. And for the children, he organized sports events. He himself loved to play cricket, and so he organized cricket matches for children. Prashant engaged with other volunteers in helping the widows and children to pick up the broken pieces of their lives. The initial government plan was to set up institutions for orphans and widows. However, this step was successfully resisted, and it was felt that in such institution children would grow without love, and widows would suffer from stigma and loneliness. Prashant Group believed orphans should be restored in their own community itself, possibly it in New Foster, families made up of childless widows and children without adult care. It is 6 months after the devastation of the super cyclone. This time Prashant's wounded spirit has healed simply because he had no time to bother about his own pain. His handsome, youthful face is what the widows and orphan children of his village seek out most in their darkest hour of grief. So in this way, Prashant helped everyone who affected by this storm, by this natural calamity. So if you have any doubt, read this chapter once or twice thoroughly. So this is your homework. Write a short paragraph on how does a person help a needy. How does a person help a needy? Just like Prashant. Prashant helped everyone to save their life. So you have to write a short paragraph in your notebook. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.